Can a bookkeeper keep your schedule full? And what are the three killers of a dental practice? I am here with the awesome Annette Woods, key resource and sponsor of Dental Nachos, who help dentists manage the thing they need to learn how to manage most, their money, figuring it out. We are going to share some awesome value here on this episode of Talking Nachos. Annette, just orient our audience as to what you do every day to help dentists.
Oh, goodness. We do quite a bit. Mainly, we help them with their pain points. You might think your pain point is not being able to read your financial statements, and that's a big one. But dentists have a lot of other pain points. Might be keeping their schedule full. It might be, when should we hire a hygienist? When should we invest in a new asset? So knowing your numbers and having them accurate and having a good history is going to help you decide when you can do those things. So we're sort of an advisor to help you grow your practice.
Yeah, you help track. It's like my fitness pal of practice. You help track the calories where people are. I mean, just last night at Dental Nachos, an amazingly kind dentist said, I am just so stressed out. I have too many patients. I think I need an associate. And I said, how many active patients do you have? She said, 2,000. I said, you needed an associate yesterday. I said, that's too many for one dentist. And she just didn't know. So we're going to talk about some things here today. What are the three killers of a dental practice? What are the three killers?
Yes, definitely. There are three killers. The first one is cash flow. We all know cash is king. If you don't have cash, you're not going to grow. So I even recommend hoarding your cash a little bit. And even having a line of credit, even if you're not going to use it, and having it available, because when you need that cash, you want to be able to have it. The second one is having a dental specific professional, such as your CPA or your lawyer. Working with CPAs, we have found that the ones that know dentistry help their clients the most, and they can be proactive and help them throughout the year, instead of putting out the fires at the end of the year. Your tax bill is one of your biggest expenses. Let's make sure you're not paying more than you have to.
Like that.
And the third killer, which I think is the most important, is a bookkeeper that is bad. You need one that's going to give you accurate reports and timely reports. You know, if you're not getting timely reports, you're leaving money on the table. You're missing opportunities that you might not see if you get that report 2-3 months later. They need to be done by the 10th to the 15th of the following month. So those are the three things that could harm or kill your practice.
I love those three really digestible points in a nacho way. So important, what they should teach us in dental school. I think that it's very irresponsible at best, toxic at worst, that dental school does not discuss this with dental students, because you cannot help anyone with a crown prep if your practice doesn't go, your practice does not stay in business. You cannot be a good leader if you have so much stress every day inside of your stomach about the cash flow. So like that. Now, I've heard this a lot before, and I kind of want a refresher. What's accrual versus cash system for accounting? What's accrual versus cash? What does that mean? Okay,
so basically it's having real-time information in front of you. And I am definitely pro accrual. If you're doing it in cash, you're just recording expenses when you pay them. Well, if you had a lab bill in July and you're paying it in October, well, that's not showing what production it matches with. Like I like to kind of compare it to, say you have two patients. One has x-rays that are digital, all nice in order, and the dates and everything. And the other patient, you have an envelope full of the old-fashioned x-rays that you dump out on the table and then try to figure out what to do.
Great way of putting it. You say this, Nick, because what's your background? You can say this with what's your background?
I was a dental hygienist for 35 years, and I've seen all types of practices grow, and I've seen practices fail. So I have a good handle on what happens in the office.
What was your favorite instrument back in the day?
Oh,
circle scale or the 1314?
The 1314. I like universal type instruments, but I was old school hygienist too. We always did hand scaling along with the Cabotron.
I also want to share that you can text cash flow to 215-543-6454. And our team will be dropping the links, how you can do a consult with Bookkeeping Aesthetics. What's that consult look like? If someone's watching saying, you know what, I'm not getting the right reports, I don't even have a bookkeeper, it's the beginning of the year, I got to get my act together. What happens during this consult?
Well, different things can happen, but what I like is if we do a Zoom conference and we can actually do a screen share. And if you want to open your books, we can dig in a little bit and give you an idea of what's going on, if there's some improvements that are needed. Or if you want, I can actually do a diagnostic review where I take a day to review your books and give you
Oh,
recommendations.
nice.
And then we can talk about how we can help you grow your practice, what you need, because every dentist doesn't need the same things.
Right.
And we're
Or
very
want the
good at,
same things, you
or
know?
want the same thing. Some might be looking to get their books in order to sell their practice. Some are trying to grow their practice. Some are just trying to get started and find their way through. So it all depends on what that
I mean,
dentist
I know
needs.
my dental audience, and you know, Dennis, if I said, hi, would you like to make more money? They would say, yes. Work more hours? No, thank you. I'm good with the hours. I'm good with the money I make. And then there's new practice owners saying, I'll work 5 days a week, every week, if it means growing what I just bought. So it's all about the stage that you're in, and you help with that. Tell us the 3-step system to grow your practice. Tell us about the 3-step system.
Okay, so well, the first step that we do is your business health assessment. So that's when we do a deep dive and analysis of the current accounting that you have. We're going to customize your chart of accounts to your practice, and it's going to be dental specific. And then we're going to identify the benchmarking and the KPIs to see opportunities. We're going to clean up anything that needs cleaning up, and we're going to set goals.
Awesome.
Our second one is the profitability and growth. And that's where every month we are reviewing your financials. So you have clarity. Clarity is so important with your financials. And then we have optimization. We're going to study the historical bookkeeping, and we're going to affect positive change to help you grow, or whatever your goals might be. We're going to keep you accountable to any forecasts and projections we do. And we're going to monitor that cash flow, which a lot of dentists, they don't even look at their statement of cash flows. That's going to be one of your favorite reports when you start working with us. And then lastly, we have compliance, which is just your monthly accounting, timely reports. We do bill pay and receipt management, payroll, internal controls, something a lot of dentists don't think about. So we're going to help you with that. And we're going to team with your CPA to maximize your tax savings.
I love that. I mean, it's a simplistic but powerful way to focus on growth that you want in your practice, to figure out what you want to do next. You know, I've had the pleasure, Annette, of teaching a lot of dentists how to place their first implant. And has said, I wish I did this sooner. I wish I paid attention to this sooner. I wish I invested in the C sooner. When I do implants for patients, they often say, Paul, I wish I did this sooner. I wish I valued myself. I wish I didn't wait 6 years till things got too bad. When you work with clients and you're, mid-relationship with them, what are there a lot of there, I wish I did this sooner? What kind of impact they say, man, Annette, you've been helping me, but if I knew this as a young practice owner, I'd have more money, more time, more morale, maybe all of those things. Tell us about that a little bit.
Well, definitely. I started with a brand new dentist just before COVID. He bought the practice February and COVID hit March. And he was so glad that he could see his numbers and what was going on. We helped him through with the PPP. He would have been totally lost if he hadn't hired us off the bat. Now, he's doing extremely well. And he thanks us every day for, helping him through that. So, and I love dental nachos because I see all these young dentists in there getting help. And back in my day, dentists didn't have that opportunity like they do with dental nachos. So it's just having the right professionals being able to take you through those tough times.
And saying it's okay to ask for help. I've been a new dad. I've never been a new mom, but I was right there for the new mom time for my awesome wife. And there's many things that you can't do for a dental practice owner. You can't extract a tooth. You can't always referee fights with their team. You can't deal with an angry patient, but what you can do is take things off their stress plate. And this is what this does here. And, I wish I had paid attention more to this earlier in my career. You don't have to do this all yourself. You get more free time, more money, more morale. Just one more time, Annette, people can text cash flow to 215-543-6454. People can go to your link, which will drop in the comments here. But if someone just watched in this second, I said, you got to connect with Bookkeeping Aesthetics, our awesome key resource and sponsor, how could they reach out to you directly?
They can call me 904 422-6500.
Okay, great. Say that one more time for our recording here, 904.
422-6500.
I mean, as somebody who talks to so many dentists each day, knowing how your money moves through your practice is so key. It's not about making $1 million a year. It's about making sure your morale is intact, and you're helping dentists do that. Annette, I really appreciate all you do to support our community, and excited for this year together.
Thank you. I am too.